They still be like, oh, you not on my level, but congrats to you being in the same room with me. And it's like I tell
That's
people whether I was on
weird
this,
though. Why?
yeah, and
How could you be in the same room but not on the level?
I know, right? And I always like to tell people, like I tell people on the show, whether I was on this show or not, I'm still like, let's talk the facts, and the facts is right here in the pudding. I am in my mid-20s. I have multiple degrees. I stay by myself. I have a very good salary job. So even if I wasn't on reality TV,
Well,
I still have the chance and opportunity to retire before I'm 40
Oh,
while y'all are still working to get to a place where you can be
well,
able to retire.
you
So,
said retire before 40. Now, what kind of job you got? Because even the FBI don't do that.
well, let's just say I matched my 401k really well.
well, Sean, in one of the Chasing Dallas episodes, you got into it with Lorde, where it seems like he was challenging your manhood by seemingly, as fans have stated, trying to prove his manhood. What are your thoughts on masculine men in the community trying to be over masculine by being aggressive and feeling like anyone with feminine
Um,
mannerisms are listed?
like I tell people when we was having this conversation last season, when it comes to this masculine feminine thing, I feel like masculine men always get the praise and always get they're like like it's like a food chain when it comes to the LGBTQ community, and I feel like mass men just kind of sit at the top of the food chain, and then when it comes to feminine traits, it's like, okay, you have a butch queen that's feminine, or you have a mask presenting man. So, like, let's just say he looks mask or he dressed mask, but he's butch queen or he's feminine down, personality wise. So, that's when like the levels of the food chain go down and down and down to the point where you're just like a full like femme queen. And then that's where you like get like no respect. I think you see that when it comes to friendships, when it comes to sexual relationships, so on and so forth. And I like to tell people when it comes to that, at the it took a lot of growing for me to see what type of person I am, but also the type of person I want to look at as a partner. And when it comes to like mask or film, I look at more of like the personal like connection, like how I can personally connect with that person rather than them being like super masculine or super feminine. Because at the end of the day, does that really matter in a person like character or traits? Like it really doesn't. And as you can see in that last season, it was the mass presenting men that was having so much to say and bickering and arguing and saying what they was going to do, but they didn't stand on business. So
But I think that's so crazy to me because if you look at history when it comes to the community, it's the trans community and the feminine men, gay men, that have really like kind of shaped and like influenced the
right,
culture, especially in the culture we live in today when it comes in to like TV,
but
media, music.
but if
So
you
I just think to feel like you're at
but
the top of the food
who
chain is
puts
crazy
them
to
there?
me.
right, and that's a oh, I'm so glad you said that. It is some of
Society,
it's some of the
because they're
feminine
trying
men that
to
puts them
conform
there.
to heterosexual
And it's like,
norms.
damn, and it's the same thing like with the tops and bottoms thing, and like how people love to, in my opinion, I feel like glorify tops because they feel like that's a rare breed or whatever. And I feel like, in my opinion, again, that everyone is a verse in my head. I feel like when you're in a deep, serious, committed relationship, if your man said he wants you to, eat eggs, do this, you're gonna do it because that's your man. And if you ain't gonna do it, he gonna go get it from somebody else anyways. So like, what does that make him? So that's why I'm like, you know, for bottoms need to stop putting themselves at the bottom of the totem pole. If anything, they need to put themselves at the top because you have to go through all this preparation. You have to go on these diets. You got to do all of this preparing before you have sex, and that's just a no go. If I have to do X, Y, and Z to take dick, and you mean to tell me you're going to tell me when I'm going to take it at what time, and I need to be prepared, and I need to eat this to prepare for you? Clearly, I'm the prize, and you need to be chasing after me.